Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now, today's resource person, I request Dr. Abdullah Mehboob sir to kindly uh, tell few words about Dr. Madhavan sir to our students. And before that, I also want to inform the students that Dr. Madhavan sir is also my teacher when I was doing my UG in Loyola. So now I have an opportunity of introducing him to my students. So I feel very proud about it. Thank you, sir. And now I request Dr. Abdullah Mehboob sir to kindly um, talk to the students and explain about Dr. Madhavan sir. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to you all. First of all, at the outset, I thank the Almighty for giving me this opportunity to introduce one of our department brother, I should say. He was associated and he is associated with our department for more than 20 years. And I'm happy to hear that he is our teacher of our Ajmal Khan. He is now in Loyola College as Dean of Research and he is a member of a governing body. He is member of Finance Committee and he is a president of Loyola Physics Association. He has, apart from his science degree, has got his MBA, his B.Ed, MA from Madras University, PGDCA, of course, MSc, MPhil from Bharat University, and did his doctorate in Madras University in the year 2006. He used to be very polite, even though he is official guide of one of our staff member. He used to guide, we used to get then and there whatever the help needed from his side. He always guide our staff members and research scholars whenever it is necessary, and he used to give advices to our department for developing our department for upgrading our department to PG as well as the research department. He has played a major role. He was working in Trichy for some time between 90 and 93. Then he was working in Montfort School, Edgard, you must be knowing, between 93 and 95. And he was also working in an engineering college, Nagapattinam. And from 1997 till date, he is in Loyola College. He is one of the prominent figures, and we are very much thankful for him to accept this offer for guiding our students. And really, I am really thankful, sir, because in spite of his busy schedule, he has given his time, valuable time. So I advise our students to take his words and guidance for your future. Thank you very much, one and all.
Thank you, Mehboob sir, for introducing our today's resource person for the students. Okay, students, so like I said, today, so Madhavan sir will be enlightening you about different career paths after your bachelor's or master's, mainly after your BSc degree. What are the different options you have for your career? So now, without further ado, I request Dr. Madhavan sir to kindly enlighten our students about different career opportunities. Now the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Ajmal, and thank you, Mahmood sir, for introducing. Let me switch off my video for convenience sake. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine, thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
as I said, I'll switch off my video for that convenient network sake.
Okay.
Right. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the introduction. Mehboob sir, thank you. I was happy to be here, right? Respected the secretary of this great college, respected principal, the HOD, Professors Mehboob, Ajmal, Shankar, Dr. Gulam, my good friend Dr. Gulam, and every professors here, and my dear students. Let me wish you all a happy morning to you. So when Dr. Gulam approached me and asked me to speak something on physics, I thought I could speak the careers you can take up after physics, right? Now, what are the different careers, right? Maybe many of you would have been in a mindset, if I take physics, what is that I'm going to gain? Am I going to teach, right? Is it the only way to go around, or I'm going to do research? What is my passion? Right. So these are the things which could be in your mind. But I tell you one thing: when you learn physics, right, you can do well anywhere, right? You could land anywhere, right? And maybe at a later stage, I have a professor with me, which he will be interacting with you, because it's most of his friends, classmates, are outside physics. You will not think. Some are in civil field as directors, right? Some are sound in. Maybe after 10 minutes of my speech, let me also introduce him, so that he will also his experience about his friends, because even still now they are in close touch, so that you will also be able to know, right, what are the different fields you can have, right? Now, before that, right, maybe now that you are in a setup after your 12th, you have come to your BSc Physics, right? Now, as people who have entered into the arena of higher education, you have made your first step into higher education, right? This is your first step into higher education. I welcome you all to the higher education, right? Only people with high education can mold a country, right? They will be guiding the country. So this is where you are going to play a major part, not only in your life, but also your contribution, the society in which you live in, the country which you live in, the place which you live in, right? Now, certain happenings I will share around you what is happening in higher education. Higher education is pushed to a major change. Higher education is pushed to a major change. You must be aware that the new education policy is coming up. The Tamil Nadu government and most of us, not only I will not say Tamil Nadu government alone, and most of us were little skeptical about this new education policy. But things will be on, right? They are talking about new education policy, and they talk much about developing your skills, right? They're talking much about developing your skills, skill development course. Right? Some 2 years back, even a university in Haryana, which we call it as Vishwakarma University, they call, and they have named it as Vishwakarma Skill University. They are going to concentrate only on developing the skills. New courses have been introduced by UGC, right? They call it as B-Vocation, where your skills are developed, right? In our college, for media courses, we have B-Vocation. Right? The scheme, it's called as Kaushal Kendra, right? The scheme is called as Kaushal Kendra, and the central government and the UGC, they support this course. We have B-Vocation and we also have M-Vocation, right? Now, so you have to developing the skills or the major part of NEP. And what else they talk in NEP, right? They talk about academic bank of credits, right? Why I am sharing with you all these things is, as a stakeholder of higher education, you must be aware of these things. Right? And then they say, I can enter at any time and I can leave at any time. What is this enter at any time and leaving at any time, right? If you take 2 semesters, right? If you join a course, right? If you take 2 semesters, they will give you a certificate. And if you want to continue, you can go for 4 semesters, get a diploma. And still, if you want to continue, you can finish all the 6 semesters and get your degree. But if you want to leave during the certificate program or the diploma program, you can leave and you can join elsewhere at any time and then complete your degree, where your credits get deposited in a bank called as academic bank of credits, right? They call it as ABC, right? So it is easy to remember. Academic Bank of Credit. It is very much similar to your bank account, right? Where I deposit my money, I take my money, right? So they are very much similar to your bank account. So you can acquire credits, right? And stakeholders of this ABC will be higher education institution and as well the students itself. Now coming to the expectations of our government, we have different accrediting agencies. We have NAC. We have NAC means they say whether which grade you are, whether you are A++, right? Whether you are A, they say like that. Then NIRF means they give ranking, and they expect certain things from the higher education stakeholders or from your students, right? They ask us to make you aware of different things, starting from intellectual property, right? Starting from intellectual property, right? What is intellectual property? Property means first thing comes to my mind is my house, which I have for is Patram will be there. Right? I have I have my own vehicle. RC books will be there. So these are not only properties, right? Intellectual has also become property. My ideas can also become property. Like different types of intellectual properties are there, right? You call it as patent, you call it as copyright, you call it as trademarks, right? You call it as geographical indexations, right? Indicators, geographical indicators also they are also intellectual properties. So these accrediting agencies, right, insist that you conduct different programs. You conduct different programs. So that the students will be aware of all these things, and they give importance to innovation, right? As I said in the introduction itself, I will ask one of my colleagues to speak to you. He is also a member of our innovation council, so he's into it. He will also share you about innovation, because innovation and incubation, these are the mantras of the now the higher education today. Now coming to this your career BSc Physics. What I am going to do, is it only MSc Physics? No. When you do BSc Physics, right, you are eligible for most of the higher positions in the government, right? Most of the higher positions in the government. If we take our Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, right, you are eligible to write Group 1 exams, Group 2 and Group 2A exams, where bachelor degree is a must, right? Now, after physics, will it be possible for me to write all these competitive exams? Yes, I will say yes, right? Once you learn what about competitive exams means, what will be there? The major component will be analytical aptitude, the way I solve problems, quantitative aptitude, how do I solve problems? Once you learn physics, the ability to solve problems becomes good. You become strong in solving problems, right? Which is very much needed when you move higher, right? So you can take this examination. For civil service examination, graduation is the minimum qualification, and most of the physics students have done in civil service examinations, right? And after BSc, you can deviate in. Most of our students here in Laila, I have seen studying in LIBA, right? Business administration they do, right? And they join other courses. So it is quite natural. You can take up any career in your life. Even physics people do well in accounts, right? Physics people do well in accounts. Physics people do well in information technology, right? These are the things. These are the careers, right? You can take any career. What is the conventional thing? What all of us know, after BSc, we go for MSc, then we go for research. Research means different areas are there, starting energy to theoretical physics is there. So different areas are there. As I said, now I call upon my Dr. Victor. He will come and share with you his experiences with people in different areas, right? One of his friends is a national award-winning director, right? He studied physics. They were close friends. And another friend is a sound engineer. And one more is doing his management degree, right? Now it is over to Dr. Victor. He will share with you his real experiences he will share, right? So that you don't have a perception that what to do after physics. You will do, wherever you go, you will do better, right? Over to Dr. Victor, he will continue.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving this opportunity. Thank the organizers of this induction program for allowing me to speak in the absence of Dr. J. Madhavan, student of Dr. J. Madhavan. Dr. J. Madhavan has got an important call from Father Principal, so that he asked me to continue his duty for next 10 minutes. First, I'll introduce myself. I'm Dr. M. Victor Anthony Raj, working as assistant professor in the Department of Physics, Loyola College, for the past 15 years. Thank you very much, Madhavan sir, and thanks to the organizers of this induction program. As sir said, I'll switch off my video for the sake for the network. As sir said, my friend is Mr. Brahma, who is the director of Kutram Kadidal, national award-winning film, and Magalir Mattum, recent Magalir Mattum. This is another famous film. He received national award-winning. We both studied BSc Physics between 1996 to 1999 in Loyola College. Then one of my another friend, Mr. Ruben, is a sound engineer. He is a sound engineer for the recent popular movie directed by, I couldn't remember the director name, Sarpeta Parambarai, Kavali, and Kala. For all these movies, he is the sound engineer. He has his own sound studio. He is a physicist. After BSc Physics, he took up this career. That is his passion, to become a media person. So he went on investing his time to realize his dream. So now he is a popular figure. Yeah, Kavilan, as answered, Pa Ranjit is the director of the movie Sarpeta Parambarai. Okay, like that, physics people can do well in all areas. As our Madhavan sir said, physics people can do well in all areas. Then one of my another friend has started a company after BSc Physics. What he did is he went to pursue BA degree. Then after that, he don't want to take any job offered by top companies. He was given a salary package of 1 crore per annum, but he quit that. He don't want that. If I become employee of your company, I can't fulfill my business dream, and I can't start my own company, so that I can't I can't give employment for the people whom I think. So with such thought, he denied the offer given by a famous company to him after his MBA program. So physicists can do well in all areas. That's what I'm coming to say you all during this induction program. You are all chosen a nice subject in your life. Whether you have chosen by your own wish or somebody recommended you to choose this subject, it doesn't matter. What you have chosen a nice subject in your life. After this learning, after the learning of 3 years in physics, you will become wonderful person, a quality person in your life. Only thing what you need to do is you have to move along with your dream. I want to become like this. This is my lifetime dream. I want to work for that lifetime dream. I want to bring my bring my dream into existence. All these thoughts should keep on knock your mind continuously, so that after 5 years or after 10 years, you may be wonderful or a quality person in your life. That's what physics is going to give you, make you after 3 years. After 3 years, only thing is continuous learning, not a rigorous learning. Rigorous learning is not needed. ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு படிக்கணும் சார். No, do it continuously, do it every day, so that you can constantly learn, you can move in your path. That's the first point I would like to tell you with regard to your graduation in physics. So after physics, you can become a media person, and you can become an entrepreneur. Or to become an entrepreneur, initially I don't have money, sir. Okay, you can be an employee in some of the firm, but during your employment in some of the company, you can earn something, you can save something. Using that saving, after 5 years or 10 years, you can come out with a startup. Then another point I would like to touch here is intellectual rights. As Dr. Madhavan sir said, intellectual property is the world's most important and valued property. World's most important and valued property. You take Google. You know which is the toppest company in the world? Google. Have they invested any money to start that company? No. Knowledge. 2020 or 21st century is a century which keeps people, which makes people to grow only by their knowledge. So knowledge-based economy. People used to say that knowledge-based economy. So Google, they haven't invested anything. They haven't produced anything. They haven't searched for any raw material to manufacture their car or something. Only by knowledge they started search engine, which is the most prominent search engine in this world. They have started a search engine. Then after that, Facebook. Have they invested anything in Facebook? No. Knowledge-based economy, knowledge-based firm. So in that Facebook, connection, they made connection. So that's another toppest company in the world. Then for India, let's take this Ola. Have they invested anything? No. It's simply an app. They connected people. Now it's one of the toppest company in the world. So knowledge-based, without any investment in the sense, not much investment. No need to go for huge money to buy the raw material, to build a company. No, all these things are not needed. You are just an internet connection, just a laptop and a knowledge. So you can build a website, you can build an app. Using that website and app, you can connect people, you can bring people to your website and app, and you can start making money. So that's the knowledge-based economy. This knowledge can be registered with some firms in India. That firm is Intellectual Property Right Organization. In all over the world, this intellectual property right organization is there. For India, a separate intellectual property right organization is there. If you have an idea, if that idea is not said by anybody else earlier, that's your own idea. If that is your own idea, you can register that idea with that intellectual property right. If anybody copies that idea, then they have to pay a royalty right to you. So you can get money. You can get money. Like of some of the books, famous books, they write a book, then they'll give that book to some of the publisher. As the book is sold, that author will get a royalty. In the same way, if you have an idea, if that idea is innovative, you can register the idea with the intellectual property right organization. Anybody copies that idea, to pay royalty to you. So this is the intellect. Knowledge is important. Knowledge-based economy will take you to a greater height. So the time has come to wind up this session. Actual allotted time is half an hour to Dr. J. Madhavan. I have taken 10 minutes in that 30 minutes. First thing, you have joined in your quality course in your lifetime, BSc Physics. After BSc Physics, the avenues are very wide. Not only MSc Physics, not only teaching, not only government job, avenues are very wide. You can earn a huge in your lifetime. You can be a media person, you can be a celebrity, you can be an entrepreneur by simply investing your knowledge in the world, in the society. You can become entrepreneur. If you have an idea, you can register that idea with the intellectual property right. You can become an innovator, so your innovation will fetch you money. You can be a quality person to you as well as to the society. With this few words, I wind up this session. Thanks to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Over to Ajmal Khan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ajmal.
Yes. Okay. So, sorry, sir. I didn't know that you will also be joining. So, otherwise, I could have introduced yourself to the students also.
No problem. No
So,
problem.
sorry, sir.
Ajmal. Actually, Madhavan sir has got an important call from
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so that he
Thank you, sir.
asked me to take it. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Students, Victor sir was also one of my teacher when I was in Loyola. So today you got the opportunity to listen from two of my teachers for my UG, and now both of them are busy. Thank you, sir, for taking our time out of your schedule and enlightening our students. And it was really helpful that I actually thought that, because normally when they talk about diversity physics careers, usually they talk about science field, they talk about teaching job, they take about research, but the students would have been really interested to know that they can go into diverse field. Really, the name diversity of physics careers, you introduce them about directors, sound directors, they have in management, business. These things usually students don't recognize that they can do after science degree. So that was really an eye opener for many of the students. I think they will like to know more. If find time later, we might have a session where we can have it for a little bit longer session, because students would be more interested towards these things rather than just science oriented jobs. So maybe some other day when you find your time, we can plan a session with you, sir. So this I place as a request on sort of physics department. So I thank you once again, sir, for enlightening our students. And now, then,
thank you, sir. Victor, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So now, yes, sir.
I'll leave, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. So now I request Dr. Syed Mohammed Bajay, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks for this today's session. And now to Jair, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
Good morning, sir.
Sir, I have a great pleasure in thanking you from the bottom of my heart for in a short notice you have given a wonderful lecture. I'm very thankful. And in the next run, we will have a long session of yours so that the students will be enlightened. Victor sir is known to me as a good friend. Laila College. I know him through my guide, Gulam sir. And I'm very thankful to you, sir. And one day I'll come to you, sir, and to guide the students in the nice way to enlighten their future. Because today's students are traveling in different directions, and you have shown their directions, not only in physics, in a diverse field. Okay, so very much from the bottom of the heart, I thank you, sir. Thank you very much for considering our request and enlightening about the physics and how physics helps people to enlighten their life. Thank you very much. I thank you. I thank Madhavan sir also because of his schedule with the principal. He has a meeting. He has left it. I thank him also from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, Assalamu alaikum and good
Thank
morning.
you, sir. Thank you. Captain sir, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhavan sir. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Victor
Yes.
sir. Very
Thank you,
nice
sir.
meet all of you. Your presence was fully felt by all of us. Thank you, sir.
Thank
It will
you.
speak
Thank you.
volumes of your consideration, sir. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you and God bless. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ajmal, I'll leave.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ajmal.
Okay, students. So the first session is over. We'll start the next session by 10 o'clock. Okay, session 2, 10 o'clock will start. I'll post the new link. Okay, so again, WhatsApp group I'll be posting the link. Second session attend second session tani. உங்களோட அஃபிஷியல் மெயில் ஐடி வச்சு ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க. சில பசங்க உங்களோட பர்சனல் மெயில் ஐடி வச்சு ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் மார்க் ஆகாது. ஓகே, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆர் அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் போட்டிருக்கேன் பாருங்க. அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் லாஸ்ட் டைம் நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் உங்களுக்கு, அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் இஸ் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி டேக்கன். வி டோன்ட் ஹேவ் ஆப்ஷன். ஓகே, உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆன உடனே எடுத்துரும். ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஷோ யூ ஒன் மோர் டைம். நேத்து பார்க்காதவங்க சொல்லிடுறேன், பாருங்க. This is how. One second. Okay, let me share the screen. This is how the attendance is taken. So 9-7 இப்போ 9 o'clock ஆரம்பிச்சது, ஒரு 5 minutes grace time கொடுத்து it will take the attendance automatically. நீங்க ஜாயின் பண்ண டைம் வரைக்கும் அது காட்டிடும். ஓகே, எல்லாமே. ஸோ அதனால அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் வந்து நாங்கள் மேனுவலாக போடுறது இல்லை. ஸோ இட் இஸ் ஆல் டேக்கன் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி. ஸோ உங்களோட அஃபிஷியல் மெயில் ஐடி வச்சு ஜாயின் பண்ணால் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் நோட் பண்ணிடும். ஸோ ஜாயின் யூசிங் அஃபிஷியல் மெயில் ஐடி, ஜாயின் ஆன் த டைம், ஒரு 5 minutes தான் ஒரு கிரேஸ் டைம். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஜாயின் பண்ணால் ஆப்வியஸ்லி வில் பி மார்க்ட் அட் ஆப்சென்ட். சரியா? So now the first session is over. We stop with this. வெளில போயிட்டு again by 10 o'clock the second section will start. Link WhatsApp group ல போடுறேன். Official mail யூஸ் பண்ணி ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகே?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So we stop with this. Meet again by 10. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.